You won't believe what happened when an entitled kid from my neighborhood decided my Lamborghini was his personal joyride ticket. Imagine this. You walk outside on a quiet Saturday morning, coffee in hand, birds chirping, and then you spot a 12-year-old with sticky fingers tugging at the handle of your $300,000 car. That's exactly how this nightmare began. I had worked hard, blood, sweat, and years of sacrifice to finally afford my dream Lamborghini. It wasn't just a car. It was proof of every sleepless night spent grinding at my business. I treated it like a prized trophy, parking it carefully in my driveway, covered and spotless. So, when I saw little Ethan, the son of the infamous HOA Karen, yanking at the door like he owned it, my blood boiled. "Hey, step away from the car," I shouted. But instead of running off like any normal kid caught red-handed, Ethan crossed his arms, smirked, and yelled back, "My mom's in charge here. She says we can use whatever we want." I couldn't believe my ears. I knew Karen was entitled, always strutting around the neighborhood, barking orders like she was the president of the United States. But now her kid was parroting her delusions, convinced the entire block bent to their rules. I marched over, trying to keep calm, but Ethan doubled down, tugging harder on the handle, leaving greasy fingerprints all over the flawless paint. I could feel my pulse pounding in my temples. I leaned down and told him firmly, "This isn't a toy. Step away before you regret it." Matruthi, and just as I thought I had things under control, Karen herself appeared. She stormed out of her house like a general arriving at the battlefield. "Don't you dare yell at my son!" she shrieked. "We run this HOA. If he wants to sit in your car, he will." I was stunned. This wasn't just entitlement, it was delusion on steroids. Karen marched up, wagging her finger inches from my face, while Ethan, encouraged by her, actually climbed onto the hood of the Lamborghini. I swear my stomach dropped. Every inch of me wanted to explode. But I knew I had to play this smart. What Karen didn't know, though, was that my Lamborghini had more than just horsepower. It had cameras, and every second of her son's little stunt was being recorded in crystal-clear detail. Want me to continue into Chapter 2, where Karen's power play backfires in the most humiliating way possible? The footage from my Lamborghini's built-in cameras was going to be my golden ticket. But in the moment, all I could do was stop Ethan before more damage was done. "Get down now!" I barked. Instead, he stomped his sneaker on the hood, leaving a scuff mark that made me see red. Karen, of course, clapped like he'd just won a talent show. That was it? I pulled out my phone and started dialing. "Who are you calling?" Karen demanded, her face twisting. "This is HOA business, not police business." I didn't flinch. "Try explaining that to the cops." Ethan froze, suddenly less confident than before. But Karen puffed herself up like a peacock. "Go ahead. My husband's on the HOA board. You'll regret this." Minutes later, the flashing red and blue lights painted our peaceful cul-de-sac. 2 officers stepped out, calm but firm. "Sir, what's the situation?" One asked. I showed them the camera feed. Ethan pulling on the doors, climbing the hood, and Karen cheering him on like it was recess. The officers exchanged looks, half disbelief, half irritation. Karen tried cutting in. "This man is harassing children. He threatened my son for just being curious." She was waving her arms so dramatically, you'd think she was auditioning for a soap opera. But the officers weren't buying it. "Ma'am, we just saw the footage. Your son was attempting to enter a private vehicle without permission. That's attempted theft." The color drained from Karen's face. Ethan stammered. "But Mom said we could." "Son," one officer said, kneeling to his level, "your mom doesn't make the law." Then they stood and faced Karen. "We need you to step aside." Karen exploded. "This is my neighborhood. I'm in charge here. You can't do this." She reached for Ethan, trying to pull him away, but the officers didn't hesitate. Ethan was placed in the back of the squad car, not arrested, but detained for attempted theft. And Karen? She was warned that interfering further would land her in cuffs too. I'll never forget the sight. Karen screaming, I'm in charge here. While her son sat sulking in the back of a police car, neighbors peeked through curtains, whispering and recording on their phones. The self-proclaimed queen of the HOA had been dethroned in spectacular fashion, and as the officers drove away, Karen's empire crumbled. No more demands, no more fake authority, just silence, and one very embarrassed queen bee. If you enjoyed watching Karen's downfall as much as I enjoyed telling it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next wild HOA story. Smash that, like if you think karma was served right, and drop a comment below telling me what you would have done if this happened to your car. I love reading your takes.